Well, think she's going to be a GM pretty soon. And think she also won the Junior Girls World Championship a couple of years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, let's try a move I haven't played so far today, which is 1c4. And g3. Sort of neo-Catalan line. Yeah, she goes, everybody seems to go for this line. What should I do? Queen c2 maybe? b6. Usually black goes c5, right? It's a bit strange. So d4, dc4 transposes into a completely acceptable line. So maybe I'll try and take first. I guess now knight d5. Maybe there's just isn't much for white at all. I don't know, to be honest. Okay. I'm gonna just try and grab a foothold in the center while I can. I'm trying to figure out if d5 is playable after c5. Probably isn't. d5, ed, ed, queen d5, knight h4, queen d7, rook d1, queen c8, knight f5. Looks very strong, no? Looks very strong indeed. So earlier when I said I don't think it's playable, I meant it's not playable for black, obviously. So I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna do a podcast later in Norwegian, unfortunately, about the Super League. So you'll hear my thoughts then. Okay, queen d5 looks reasonable. Oh, there's some sound. Rook d1. Queen c8, knight f5, rook e8, I guess is the only chance for her. It may not lose immediately, and if it doesn't lose immediately, it may even be good for black. But it looks, I don't know, it just looks very, very strange. Maybe this is just modern chess and I missed the boat. Like, you calculate, and if it works, then it works. Okay, let's try. Knight e7, rook e7. Don't see any tactics there. Yeah, I have to play. So we're gonna go for something very, very violent. And if knight g8, knight h6. I think she probably has to take though. Don't know what else to suggest. I can't say that I necessarily see a win there. King G7 probably. She's spending a lot of time now. So possibly we will enter Flagsville later on. Okay, interesting. Obviously I don't have time to think, but I'm gonna think a little bit still. Takes. Okay, we'll take. Oh, Queen F5, Rook F8 maybe? Yeah, now I officially have to speed up. Okay, we're just gonna enter hustle mode then. Knight C6, Queen F5, Rook D7 is a threat, and also Queen F6. Okay, Rook D1. Let's go, let's go. Knight A6 looks wrong. I think now she has too few pieces in defense. I could be wrong. Hoping for Rook D8. Okay, and now there's mate. I probably had some quicker mate there. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was what you call a mess. A total mess. But, you know, that's the way it is sometimes. It's strange to me that there wasn't anything decisive there. If there wasn't, maybe I just missed it. Okay. So now we have from Team Kremnik, Jonas Bjerre, the youngest Scandinavian Grandmaster at this point. And a very talented young player who I actually played an exhibition match with him a few years ago, and I won both games, but only after a serious fight. So this won't be easy for sure. Okay, now don't know if he always plays the Sicilian, but now that he gave me a second chance to go for e4, I'm gonna do it. What should I do here? Guess I should play something positional. Against the youth. Although Bjerre is a good positional player. But Castles is not the most played move, but I'm sure he has ideas because Bjerre is generally well versed theoretically. The idea here is to castle long. So while the line is positional, it does have some sting. And then I'll take 95. I'll pretty much force a trade since I was threatening 97. And then Queen D6. Now here, Queen C4. I think I saw even trick played like this once. I think I did. I may very well not have. And it probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? The idea must be to go like Queen B3 and then Knight C4, I would guess. In general, with this pawn structure, my prospects in the endgame are decent, so I think trades are good for me. But I'm not loving my position here at all. Yeah, I've actually played this pretty poorly. Don't know what I should even do here. Bishop G4, Knight D5, Knight C5, Queen D5, Rook B8. He evidently knew this line better than I did. Oh well. It's the usual. Try and hustle him. Plan A is obviously to outplay him, but hustling him is obviously a very decent plan B. So I'm not complaining that much. Rook b8, and now I'll try and go f4 if ef4, rook f4, bishop f6. I'm gonna do what Nielzar did against me and just chop that bishop off and live with the consequences. So I'll take knight f3, I have to challenge that bishop. And I'm hoping that eventually bishop f6 I'm not so sure about, since I get knight d4 and I'm getting all my moves with tempo now. And now I think I'm doing fairly well. Queen d4, rook d8. Okay, I guess I'll just take with the rook. And if you could go rook e8 and then d8, then rook e5, you would actually trap my queen. But fortunately for me, I'll be able to make a move every second time. It's generally how chess works. Now I think I'm just going to trade off into an ending where I should be somewhat better with the bishop against knight and a nice majority on the king side. I'll go a4 and then I'll create a pass pawn pretty soon, I think. So a4, I guess. And then we'll get running as quickly as possible. Bishop f3, f5, rook d1. I have to play faster though. Intending AP and then rook d5 maybe. Yeah, I changed plans. Now I'm gonna try and see if I'm slightly better in this rook ending instead. Which I may or may not be. King d2 next. If I can get king d3, sorry, king e3, I think I'm better. Also here, he has this one, which is a bit annoying, but oh, he still has rook e5. I missed that. He didn't see it, fortunately. We'll go g4 then. Now I'm winning. Yeah, I needed to see rook e5, and then he would have had great drawing chances, and I would have had to flags with him. But now it's just hopeless, since he has little to no counterplay. Rook d4, and then I'll just start pushing my pawns. Don't even care, just pushing pawns. Push some more. King d4, push, check, win another pawn, king up, easy peasy. Now I can even... Okay, good stuff. Once again, very solid game from my opponent, just one mistake there, otherwise it was equal. Okay, so we have from Valadar Murtsin,